Hello, hello, hello. It is your girl S.E.T.ORACLE, the Universal Donor, and I'd like to welcome you back to S.E.T.ORACLE, Stiletto Empress Tarot Oracle. Welcome to the set. What set? Full set, altar nail sun. Thank you for visiting. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and that way we can all be friends. You dig? All right. So, we're going to get right into the big picture deck, which is usually the main objective of whatever these spiritual streets want us to know. And of course, y'all already know how I start. It's a collective read, all signs included. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and don't trip, potato chip. Right now, I ask the Most High and ancestors to grant you the serenity, the collective, to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, I have literally remixed all of my decks because, as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these are all handwritten. I am a logophile. If you don't know what that means I am a lover of words. So as I go along, I learn more about simple words and their, not just, how do I say, definition, but their ideology, like where they come from. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, here we go. What do these spiritual streets want us to know today? Extortion. Oh boy. Obtained items, forced threats, offense committed via official, gross overcharge, physical harm, reputational damage, property damage, adverse government action, action via public service. So somebody is being extorted. Somebody could have tried to extort somebody through force or threats. They could have already extorted somebody by obtaining some items that they did not earn. Somebody could be overcharging somebody for a service due to extortion. It could possibly have something to do with an official. And maybe someone could be being threatened with physical harm, or has been threatened with physical harm, or has dealt with some type of physical harm in order to be able to extort them and force things on them via threat and or physical harm, like I said. Goat. Somebody could have been born in 31, 43, 55, 67, 79, 91, 2003, 2015. And it's possible that this may be discovered or has been discovered maybe in 2003 or 2015, or may possibly be discovered in 2027. Greatest of all time. They could have been trying to extort somebody who's seen in high honor, if you will. Temperature. Somebody may be trying to extort someone who is seen as a remarkable being. That's possible. Or other people can see how the temper of certain people are rising because they want to be so great, and this extortion is causing them to kind of act out of character. They done messed up the church's money. Cathedral, abbey, mission, parish, sanctum, sanctuary. Whatever is going on, they could be extorting people of a certain religion and or cult, or a religion and or cult could be extorting or attempting to extort somebody else. because of how they are looked at. And it's being seen that their temper is changing. It's almost like they can't hide it anymore. Somebody could possibly be sick. Somebody could possibly need to go to the doctor due to this extortion. And there possibly could have been an investment into this person in order for them to be able to extort someone. Senator, yeah. Legislation, laws considered collectively, executive branch. Approve or reject press appointed press appointed for agencies. So this is somebody, they're seen in high honor. They are. And they were trusted. They were trusted with a group's money to be able to extort somebody and change how they feel. Possibly make somebody sick. Maybe somebody that was held in high honor. Somebody that was seen in a good light. Maybe they had started doing this in maybe 91, 2003, 2015. The year 2027, that's 11. 1 and 1 equals 2. So, whoever they were trying to extort, they were not supposed to have any balance, any harmony, any meaningful relationships. They were supposed to be defenseless to where they could be stolen from. Things could be taken from them. Swimming pools. July could be significant. The year 2012 could be significant. Alcohol temptation, danger with alcohol, environmental influence. Number 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. Change. They were overindulging. They were overindulging to try and change something about whoever this person is. Because what I feel like with the GOAT, I feel like it's somebody that's seen and admired, but this is somebody with authority and power. This person here doesn't have as much as this person here. So this person here was supposed to be able to extort this person here and change who they are, perhaps having them indulge in negative activities and things, and they done messed up the church's money. Whoever they got to financially support them, they lost out on their investment. Start from scratch. They got to start from scratch. But that's what this person here was supposed to have to do. This person that is seen as a good person, not somebody with money and or power, but they're just naturally seen as a good person. They were trying to extort them and change their scenario and have them indulge in things that would force them to start from scratch. And whoever this is, they got financial backing to be able to do this. But now it's not happening. But that was the initial goal. 4th house, Cancer, I feel. Moon, mother, express, daily purpose, attitudes, habits, emotional home, family roots, nurturing mother, foundation, supporting activities, affairs, and in life. Yeah, they were supposed to switch places, I want to say. And even if not switch places, this person who can say who goes and who does not, got financial backing to extort this person, to change who they are, possibly to make them sick and have them indulge in certain activities, so that way they would have to start from the bottom and everything about them would be distorted. They would not be seen as a nurturing person and or a mother. They would be seen as somebody with an attitude that has bad habits. Senate only. Press officials, judicial officials provide withheld advice, consent to treaties. This was information that was only going to be privy to certain people. whoever this group of people is, the Senate only, not the senator. The senator was supposed to get it done. But the Senate, which is a group of people, they missed out on their investment because they were supposed to make somebody feel imbalanced. They were supposed to make somebody look like a bad mom, get them into a place to where their spirit changes. Like when I see this north node to south node, get them in a low vibration to where all of this was not balanced. It was supposed to be like really messed up. And this is somebody that is a part of a cardinal. And cardinals, they set the tone. This is a leader. This is somebody to where once the vibe is known, then you meet it. This is somebody that was a GOAT. They didn't have this much power, but they were great in their own right. And someone did not like that. This group did not like that. This Senate didn't like that. Therefore, they elected somebody to try and ruin this for somebody else and change who they are. To get them to overindulge in the 3D world, environmental influence, sex, money, drugs, all of that. You get what I'm saying? To make them have to start over and lose everything and feel like they could never make it back. Feel like they could never come back again. The Gross Sisters. Yeah. It was a group. It was a group. It was a group that wanted somebody who didn't need public recognition, but was still respected, to have to start from scratch. That's how that was supposed to go down. Their temperature was supposed to change from north node to south node. They were supposed to indulge in all types of bad habits and things of that nature. That's what it was supposed to be. They were supposed to feel helpless. They were supposed to feel worthless. They were supposed to feel emotionally lost. They were supposed to feel detached from family. They were supposed to feel like they didn't have a solid foundation. They were supposed to feel like they didn't have any support in anything that they wanted to do. Affairs at end of life. They had no affairs. If at the end of their life, the Senate was supposed to be able to take care of their affairs. It's giving me like power of attorney, or just power over this person, whoever this GOAT is. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Bing, boom. It was supposed to be the end. This senator was supposed to make somebody else indulge. That was the plan, to get them out of their element. And this person was elected to do it. Maybe this person and or her sons, to make sure that they could never make it back. Once those doors closed, they would never be able to be opened again. That was the plan. They were supposed to start from scratch. The GOAT was supposed to be able to start from scratch. And the Gross Sisters, three the hard way, the three Hoketeers, or Musketeers, or Musketeers. Because people like this, I just know they stink. I just know they stink. They've just been stinking so long they don't smell it. Whoever this is, these people, these jealous and hateful, envious people, wanted to end them. They wanted to end a GOAT. They wanted to end somebody. They probably started in 2015. And it probably won't be fully recognized until 2027. But regardless of anything, these nasties wanted to end somebody that was naturally great. They didn't need no crowd. They didn't need no social media. They didn't need to go viral. They were just naturally them. And the plan was to extort this person and to make them feel threatened and fearful. To change how they felt about themselves. I'm going to harass you until you feel sick or until you get sick. That's the kind of, like, who has time to think about this stuff, bro? That's crazy. First house. Aries. That means I am. Self-awareness, appearance, environmental influence. Mars. Planet of war. How you present yourself to others. They didn't want this person to be confident. Whoever this is, didn't want this person to be confident. Whoever they put in charge, whoever this group put in charge, whoever the Senate put in charge, was trying to stop this person from being seen and from being confident. They wanted to end them no matter what. They wanted war. They wanted this person to be at war with themselves. They wanted this person to be at war with themselves. I feel, therefore I am. If you think about it, when you feel bad, you look bad. When you internally don't feel right, you're depressed and things like that, you could be the most beautiful person in the world. But when on the inside, you feel emotionally unstable and unloved and unbalanced and stressed and restricted, that's what you come out to be. How you present yourself to others. You present what you feel. So somebody was trying to have somebody really mentally messed up, possibly with drugs and or alcohol, so that way they could be seen in the public as such. And that was going to shut everything down. And that person would have to start over. And they would never, ever get out of that. It wasn't like they was going to be able to start over and build themselves up. I'm pretty sure this person could, but that wasn't the plan. And now that they done did this and it failed, and these people, the Senate, done lost out on their investment with this senator or whoever they decided to lead it, now they got to start from scratch. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Boom, boom. That's it. Once that door is closed, it's closed until the next station. And guess what? If you think you're going to try it again, you got to start from scratch. You got to go to the other side of the tracks. Yes, baby, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You got to go to the other side of the tracks if you want to get back to where you started. With your gross ass. It's at least 3 of them. Samuel 17:42. Goliath looked David over and saw that he was more than a little boy. See, that's what they weren't expecting. That's what they weren't expecting. They saw somebody that they probably didn't think was a threat. But guess what? It's a lot of people in this world that don't have to physically be threats. They don't have to walk it. They don't have to talk it. They don't have to go to the gym. They don't have to be out in the streets. They ain't got to have a big mouth. They ain't got to have a loud voice. It's a lot of people out here that don't look like what they are because that is the intent. That is the intent. If I looked like what I am, you wouldn't approach me. But it's something called divine intervention that'll make sure you get what you're supposed to get. You come messing with the wrong one. David came for Goliath, and thought it was going to be an easy kill, not knowing that they were the GOAT. And now guess what? Your ass got to start from scratch. If you can even make it. Because you ain't got no more investments. You ain't got no more investments. You done took everything you had and you've extorted all the people that was around you, and you tried to extort the person that you thought would be an easy kill. But baby, ain't nothing left. The temperatures are changing. The temperatures are changing. They got caught out here messing with a real one. They thought they was gonna extort somebody that had real power. But there were people behind them. They had a true foundation that was never gonna falter. That's why they're the GOAT. And now they can't stop anybody from seeing the collective how they are. Stand clear of the closing doors. Because this is what it is. Case closed. I am who I say I am. And if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the paper, the news, every day I am. Radio won't even play my jams. Eminem. This is when you are accepting of yourself and you don't allow other people's opinions to make you change. That don't have nothing to do with who you are as a person. That ain't got nothing to do with your roots, your foundation. When you know who you are, you're good. You're Gucci. I feel. I am. I know I am. No matter which way it comes out. These are cards of reassurance. I'm balanced. I'm very aware. And I come off to the world as such. Whoever these people were, whoever these gross sisters were, they didn't know they was messing with a GOAT. Samuel 17:42. Goliath looked David over and saw that he was more than a little boy. Y'all gotta stop playing with people. You don't know who walks with who. You don't know how they getting down in these streets. And now I feel like these people are the ones drowning. They thought that they was going to get some money off of somebody, and they done messed up. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if the organization didn't even know that this is how they were moving. Because these kind of people will lie all day. And that ain't on you. But they thought they was messing with something little. And lo and behold, it was bigger than what they could ever know. Black sheep turn into the GOAT, baby. And now, they gotta start from scratch. Where they belong. With your gross ass.